What is up, Watch fam? I am Christian, the curator of the Theo and Harris Watch Shop.
And I am Anna. I'm the director of content.
And today we're going to be answering some questions that you guys asked or submitted via Instagram. So if you guys do not already follow us on Instagram, go ahead, at Theo and Harris. It's where we post all of our watches, so you get first dibs on some of the new releases. We just the other day posted a Tudor Samaritan, this crazy beautiful Tudor Samaritan bracelet and the blue dial and blue bezel, phenomenal. Beautiful. Sold on Instagram in a flash. No one had a shot to get it on the website. So go ahead and follow us on Instagram. All right, so let's get into conversation. Boom, Watch fam.
All right, so first question, what are your thoughts on the Zenith Hype at the moment?
It's a good question. Zenith has had a total rebirth, in many ways, between the Defy and some of their other El Primeros. Zenith is a company that I see a lot in common between Zenith and AP. Right?
Okay.
In that AP has, before 1159, just ridden this horse to the ground, this Royal Oak. Now, the Royal Oak will never let them down. The Royal Oak will always be a tremendous watch, and it will always keep AP a very, very, very famous company.
That said,
that model barely works for AP. That's why they wanted to expand. And it certainly doesn't work if you're anything less than AP.
Sure.
Right? And the El Primero is nowhere near as famous or as distinctive or as important, really, as the Royal Oak. Right. That being said, Zenith is a phenomenal company. They've created some lovely watches, not just the original El Primeros. I think that I think it's called the classic El Primero. Remember that watch? Mm-hmm. Super clean, beautiful, modern yet very classic. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Zenith needed to expand their collection. They had to. That being said, Zenith is a very small company. So, is there hype at the moment? Yeah. Maybe they're having a hot year.
Right.
Deservedly so, though. Deservedly so.
Will that last?
Well, honestly, good question. And it just comes down to, will they be able to keep up the interest?
Right.
Zenith has not
momentum.
Zenith has not done enough in the last 2 years. They've done a lot, and it's great. They've done a lot to, create this new brand, but they've not done enough to just go rest on their laurels now. They have to continue to create phenomenal watches, and yes, it will be a larger or a more important brand in the next 5 years.
Cool. So we'll see if they ride this hype well.
Yeah.
We'll see if they keep it up.
You got the opportunity, now run with it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Any chance of Theo and Harris interviewing Alessandro Squarzi?
Well, for those of you who don't know, Alessandro Squarzi is an Italian entrepreneur who has just impeccable taste in clothing, and he has a great watch collection.
Very popular on Instagram.
Interviewing him would be beautiful and really interesting, and I would hope that one day we get the opportunity. Yeah. These stories like his are really fun to tell, and we just did one about a very good friend of ours, Salvatore Ambrosino. I really like making videos like this because it's much more personal, and it just allows us to be more creative in the way that we're telling the story. And when you have someone who just has this real deep passion and loves talking about it, the whole process just becomes really exciting, and I think that people enjoy watching something like that.
Yeah, my big thing with these kinds of videos, and the Sala video was absolutely phenomenal. You did an unbelievable job. I don't even know what to say. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you have to watch this video. If you have seen it, you have to rewatch it. It was that good.
And then again and again.
And then again, just get us more views. But the point is, a great story, a passionate story, elevates even a mundane watch to icon status, right? Like the way you
for sure
you can be. Salva's collection is quite small. It's 4 watches. He had this little quartz Cabela, very Hamilton kind of esque. Two Omegas, a Seamaster and a Constellation, a Speedmaster. None of the watches here we're talking about were over $5,000, right? They were like 3.5, 2 and 2.
Yep.
And then 100.
Not crazy.
Right. But it's just so interesting hearing someone talk about them and what they mean to them.
And what it triggered.
Theo
and what it led to.
Theo and Harris has never been a place for specs. Never. And you guys can get specs anywhere. Just Google them. Google the size. I want to give you opinions, and I want to give you origin stories, and we want to give you passion.
Yeah.
And through these videos we can. So Squarzi, if you're listening, I would love to do a video with you. Very cool.
You took had a brief appearance accidentally in a video we released. Like,
yeah, we bumped into him. Well, we mutual friends with him, so when we bumped into him, we were talking, and it was a long story. Anyway, Squarzi, if you're watching, shoot me a text or an email.
Shoot me a text.
Yeah, we'll text. We'll hook up. Okay.
All right, great. Question number 3: do you refinish your watches?
Great question. So there are 2 ways to interpret this question.
Let's talk about what finishing is.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Refinishing in general is larger than a dial refinish, right? So the answer is no. I would say it goes far as never would I refinish a dial. I would have a custom dial made.
Right.
That I'm very
That's more like modding.
Yeah, it's modding. I would absolutely mod a watch. I would pay a professional artist to make me a new dial for my Cartier, something that's never been created before. That I would do. But no, I would never refinish a watch, right? When you handle so many watches, when you handle, thousands of watches, you become, in many ways, what's the word?
Desensitized.
Just almost greedy in the level of watch that you want to own. When I first started, I absolutely would have considered buying a watch with a kind of ruddy dial to refinish at the time. I would have thought about that. But now, no, I wouldn't do that just because it doesn't interest me. I'd rather just wait another year and find the right watch.
Right.
Now, the more interesting question is about refinishing of cases. This has become a big phenomenon. There are a couple people out there really great at their job that are refinishing, specifically Rolex, any brand, cases. They're laser welding, they're rebrushing, they're doing all this stuff, and they're bringing these watches back to brand spanking new. Some better than others, but really amazing work. Long story short, I would absolutely do that for myself. Exactly. Absolutely. And yeah, I would consider doing it for a watch that I would sell, of course, with the disclaimer that the watch is refinished in its case. Nothing wrong with that. Again, I would absolutely do it. No, literally no doubt. Literally no doubt. Rolly, my dad's gold Datejust has been refinished, right?
Beautifully done.
Amazing.
It's great.
So is the case original? No, it's not. It's been refinished professionally. But I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I think that it is really a personal thing, though. So no, Theo and Harris does not do that to any watches. I don't think we ever have.
There was one watch that I bought that was refinished.
Oh, but you didn't do it.
No.
So sometimes they come like that. I mean,
it takes too long.
Maybe there would be a situation where you would do it and then put a disclaimer, but probably not. But it really is there's nothing bad about it. There's nothing bad about it.
But if you're a purist,
then it's
And the scary part is that in a lot of dealers and auction houses, it's not being noted, and that sucks. That sucks. And I tell my clients to be very careful of that. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. You know? How does a watch have great patina on the dial, meaning so it's been exposed to the elements, and yet the case is absolutely immaculate and brand new? It doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't make any sense.
And yet again, I would love to have a watch like that.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it.
No, it's great. I would absolutely own an immaculate Nautilus.
And it also doesn't mean I'm sure most people here know exactly what we're talking about, but having something be refinished doesn't mean fake, doesn't mean it's inauthentic or anything like that. Right. So that's why it's just kind of personal.
Great. So question number 3, other accessories for men, meaning watch is the one accessory that we all know, goes with straps. What are other accessories for men? What do you think?
Well, I think that limited rings can be cool.
Yeah, rings can be very cool.
I think if you're wearing, I don't know. It depends on who you are. If you're covered in tattoos, you can wear as many rings as you want, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you have a sleeve, I don't care. Whatever. It balances out.
Well, we're definitely imposing. You're definitely imposing.
I'm imposing my own stereotypes, of course. But
if you're in the Sons of Anarchy.
Right. See? So there are rings. You can wear bracelets.
Yeah. We had.
Men can wear whatever.
We had an amazing collaboration with Paolo Penco, who was introduced to us by Salva, the subject of the video, and we created bracelets that sold out in a flash. We created cufflinks. You guys check both of those 2 things out. Paolo Penco is located in Florence, just really around the block from the Duomo. Silversmiths, goldsmiths, literally artisans, real deal artisan master craftsmen, and our cufflinks have been inspired by the clock tower in the Duomo. Again, cufflinks are certainly not the most useful thing anymore because so many men don't wear shirts or French cuff shirts nonetheless. But I think it's a necessity, because in the off chance that, even if you're not someone that wears, dress shirts often, it's just good to have in your arsenal.
Another thing I'll say about that's fun is if you're not necessarily comfortable wearing rings or bracelets, because that's just not you, having cufflinks that are like cool, that can be your like, hey, look at this. That can be your little piece of, jewelry that you get to wear when you're, it's like your super nice diamond earrings that I would wear. Like, if I'm going out, like you get to wear cool cufflinks. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So
anyway, that I would say, apart from jewelry, a great bag. A great bag.
Yeah.
I believe in having fewer and the best version. The best belt. And that doesn't mean the most expensive.
Belts are.
It doesn't mean the most expensive. That's But something really just you and very, very high quality.
Yeah.
I have 2 belts. I literally own 2 belts. That's it.
You have reversible belts.
Yeah, I have 2 reversible belts, which kind of is like 4 belts.
Even just like one, just like great reversible belt.
Yeah.
Is awesome.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. It's great.
Yeah. So anyway, belts and a bag.
Even document holder, like briefcase, whatever.
Men have just as many accessories as women, or you can have just as many accessories as women. It's a matter of, are you interested enough to go and pursue them? I certainly am. I think that, I'm interested in all things, basically.
Yeah.
Luxury and non-luxury. I just had... Well, not true. I've been bragging about the lentils I had last night for the last 4 hours.
You took great pride in your canvas bag situation.
Yeah. I have a great canvas bag as well. Anyway, the bottom line is... and baseball cap. I own 400 baseball caps.
Oh, corduroy.
A lot of them are corduroy. Some are flannel. Anyway, yes.
There's options.
Best strap for a Rolex America.
I think that the Jurassic strap that we have is really great for a couple of reasons. I love that it's alligator.
Yep.
I love the green because I always want to say like swamp but it's not. It's a beautiful like military-esque green, which I think always goes well with sports watches, especially when you're pairing it with crocodile, which is more formal. And it's matte, which just gives it more of a sporty feel.
I'm a huge fan of the Rover.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, every Rolex needs something green, right? A green strap on a Rolex, and the Rover green is perfect.
And that's more traditional.
With the Saffiano finish and the camel lining, that is mint, man. Yeah, like mint. Yeah, the Rover. I would say that the Rover on a sub is perfect.
Okay, so last question, and this is more for you.
Yep.
What are the best suits for working at a corporate job?
So I don't really wear suits all that often. Maybe I have like 4 or 5 suits. And I don't wear them all that often. I wear a lot of sport jackets and trousers. I'm very simple. I really, apart from like a university striped shirt, I really don't wear patterns with my shirts.
Yeah.
I'll do pattern jackets and things like that. Bottom line is, I'll take you 2 steps. 1, Spear & Mackay, which is a Canadian company we've worked with in the past. I just bought, they didn't send me, bought a beautiful flannel jacket, a sport jacket from them that I absolutely love. The Neapolitan cut is so good. I was turned on. I saw them a while ago, and I never got involved with them. I never bought anything. Yeah. And then someone gave me do it, because their price point is so good. I think I just paid for this sport jacket. I think I just paid $300, which in full honesty, if I buy a ready-to-wear jacket, I probably spend usually around $500 or $600. And if I buy a custom jacket, it's usually about it's made to measure, not custom. I spend around $1,200. It's the truth. I know it sounds horrible, but not expensive as watches, and there's absolutely a time and place for that, and it's one of my favorite things to do. But realistically, at scale, I just can't do every jacket I want in that fashion. So having companies like Spear & Mackay or like Suit Supply, but at the moment, I think I like Spear & Mackay actually more.
Okay. Why is that?
Because of this Neapolitan cut. This Neapolitan cut that they offer is so classic. It's so beautiful. A little bit of broader lapel, but it's not dramatic. It doesn't look like you have wings. It's just mint. A softer shoulder. Very nice. And again, well under $500. Well under $500.
I have a question for you. So this question, I actually read it wrong. It's actually best suits for interns. So this changes the question a bit. If I'm interning for 4 months and I want a couple nice outfits, do you think I go for a couple suits, which is the question, or do I get 3 great jackets, 5 great pants?
Yeah.
And try to do a mixy-match situation?
Well, it just comes down to, 1, what is your style? If you're classic, then this is easy. If you're a little bit more, flamboyant, like I am with my clothing. I like to wear more patterns and colors. If you're flamboyant, then the only question I'll ask you is, does your office environment allow for that flamboyance? I know that a lot of my friends that are in like the finance world, they're not allowed to wear anything flamboyant. Whatever, hey, fine. That's
so weird.
That's what they're client facing maybe. Sure. They don't want to look like they're, at fashion week. I get that. But if you can just do whatever you want, then I would say buy staples, right? Start there and then kind of evolve. The navy jacket is a necessity. Honestly, I only wear, in the winter, I only wear three pairs of slacks. I wear a light gray flannel, I wear a dark gray wool, and I wear a navy wool. That's it. That's literally all I wear. And I alternate my jackets. I'll wear turtlenecks. I'll wear, shirts.
Yep.
So long answer to a very short question. You can go Suit Supply. You can go Spear & Mackay. I've had great experiences at Supply, but my experience at Spear & Mackay has been significantly better for me, so I recommend them more. I've linked their shop down below, along with a couple of my favorite things from their shop. Again, we do not get commission on this, nothing to do with it, there's no pay to play here. I just like them, and people out there have done the same thing for me, right? People out there who I don't pay to say nice things about Theo & Harris, say nice things about Theo & Harris. So I'm paying it forward.
All right, that was the last question. Thank you guys so much on Instagram who asked questions, and if you all want to participate next time, follow us at Theo & Harris.
If you liked this video, go ahead and like it. If you love watches, subscribe. But more importantly than any of that, go and watch this video that we did with Sal. These 3 Omegas, this little old Cabela's. Believe me, it's like 9 minutes. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna resonate with you. You're just gonna be so happy. And Anna did it. I mean, Anna did an amazing job. So comment down below in that video praising Anna, because she really deserves it. So that's it. Thank you guys so much.
My first word as a baby was not mom, was not dad. It was clock. So it was my parents' first wedding anniversary, and my mom gave my dad a long case grandfather clock. The clock ran a little bit fast, and my dad, being who he is, became a horologist to fix it.